It is currently 2:07 a.m. on Friday, August 10th, 2012. This is the midnight review. I'm Ian Smith. Uh, I just got back from seeing the new movie, The Campaign. Um, and from what I have to say, it was a pretty decent movie. Um, it stars, of course, Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis. Um, and I don't know about you, but I've been seeing many commercials about it ever since the Olympics started coming on. Um, and for those of you who may not know about anyone else who's in the movie or involved with it, it is also produced by. It is produced by Adam McKay, who has done Anchorman, Step Brothers, and the other guys, and Talladega Nights with Will Ferrell before. And it's directed by Jay Roach, who, as you all probably know, is most well known for doing the Austin Powers movies, as well as the first two Meet the Parents movies, Meet the Parents and then Meet the Fockers. And his most recent work before this was actually Dinner for Schmucks, and this was much better than Dinner for Schmucks, and I think that's for one main reason is that because it was rated R. There's a lot of Dinner for Schmucks was okay, but it would have been better if it was rated R, because it needed that kind of humor, and I think nowadays humor really needs to be more raunchy, and it's what people go for. People like the swearing, people like the inappropriate stuff that can either make you aroused or make you kind of gag. So, and The Campaign has plenty of that. I will say that the movie is it's stupid, but you kind of need to expect that from almost any Will Ferrell movie or any Zach Galifianakis movie or any Adam McKay movie and such. But it is very funny, and it has a lot of jokes that are random, but there's a purpose for them, and some of the stuff is just so outlandish. It really makes you kind of wonder where they thought of it. Some things I did like about this movie, other than the fact that it was really funny, and it had a lot of very good celebrity cameos, especially John Goodman at the very end. It's hilarious. But one thing that I was kind of thrown off by it. I mean, I didn't see it coming, but I thought it was actually really good. Was that it wasn't too political, and of course, you know, with the comedy, a political comedy. I mean, who's ever heard of that? Maybe a political drama, maybe a political thriller, but political comedy, not a lot of people will want to take seriously. And you know, I was expecting some kind of like hidden meaning to all of this, and there wasn't. But at the same time, there was a little bit of it, but it was actually used rather well. From what I thought it was going. From what I was expecting from the commercials was that Will Ferrell was going to be this some kind of, stereotypical conservative candidate who, is all like praise Jesus and, expects to have money from big corporations uh, and just be the kind of person that, in recent years, people have been bashing against the Republican Party, and then it was going to be like Zach Galifianakis was the weird liberal that's like all, hippy dippy and kind of weird and think that, I don't know, pot should be legalized or something. But it wasn't. it was almost the other way around. Will Ferrell was the liberal, and Zach Galifianakis was the conservative. And there's a lot of stuff that happens to do with like big big budget corporations and using stuff to try to get an advantage over the other in a political campaign on stuff like marriage or religion and such. But it really kind of tones down on a lot of that stuff and uses it more as comedy. And the stuff that they really try to actually send as a message to the people is that it's it's not really about conservatives and liberals, Republicans, Democrats, right and left, because I think they're trying to say that these words, these two sides to the political spectrum have gotten us so distracted in what is important to us that we have forgotten what politics is really all about, which is voting for someone who is going to either go to the capital of the country or your state or even your town or county, your city. And when you elect them, they're meant to actually help you as a citizen. And they're trying to get the message that that's what's important and that's what we need to be focusing on, not the whole left or right whole thing. It's to decide who's the person who is going to be right to run the system. So there was a message there, and I liked it, and um, so it was funny. It had very good cast, a lot of clever jokes as well as some stupid ones. Uh, it was actually very well paced. It was only 85 minutes long from what I understand, but it felt like it was a little longer than that, but in a good way. Like, by the time it was over, I felt satisfied. I felt I got my money's worth, and it was it was a very decent movie. So hey, if you're tired of seeing Dark Knight Rises 20 million times, well then go see the campaign. Oh, that reminds me. I'm leaving for college in a few days, and I told my little brother that I'd go see Dark Knight Rises with him before I left. So I gotta be back at the movie theater in like, oh, I don't have my watch on. 8 hours. Strike that. 7.5. Alright. Well, this is the Midnight Review.